Deep in the wild of B&B's basement, there are random wires running through the ceiling floor that go all the way up to the attic. And I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna use it. Today's video is brought to you by a problem that was created by me 3 years ago, and I have to solve it. You're gonna have to bear with this like tangled web of weird things that I've been doing. But what you see here is actually a few different things. You have a 15 amp Romex, a 20 amp Romex, an Ethernet cable, and 2 DC wires, positive and negative. Seriously, just deep web of weird stuff going on. Most of that for this video is not important, but what is important is that in my running of the lines, I have this, which I kind of bookmarked for later. I have this like weird deep plan of just like a sub 24 volt system running in my house to run things like LED lights, Christmas lights, things like that. All of them, of course, running off of one little power supply that I have in here. That is 600 watts, and it is currently running outside to some, oh yeah. So part of the squirrel move, I went on this big long thing to make landscaping lighting. So I got bushes and tree rings, and it's like a whole smart thing, but I digress. When I was running one line, I decided if I'm running one, I might as well run a bunch. So here you go. This is a DC line that I have plenty of excess space to run. You see those lines? See those lines? I need to pull that line over there. Now, why, you ask? It's a dumb question, but I'll answer it anyways because I'm here. The reason is very simple. I wanted to make this whole sub low voltage DC backbone thing in my house, and it just happens to fall right in line with my server attic switch, the Ethernet switch. It's dying slowly. Although, to be fair, it has been going for like 3 years, so I can't really get too mad about it, but it is something that I have to fix. If you're not familiar, about 3 years ago, I installed a PoE Ethernet switch in my attic. I call it the attic switch. At the time, someone gave me the idea of, hey, hook up a little USB laptop cooler and you're good to go, which for 3 years worked perfectly. Oh, hi. No, cool. No, it's fine. Oh, I'm doing a video. It's cool. No, do what you do. Lick yourself. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. Well, wouldn't you know it, those are failing. And today, I found one fan. What is that? I found one fan. I need to find 3 more just like this, and I need to make up some kind of contraption to power those fans and then monitor them smart-wise and then somehow integrate it into Home Assistant. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure I have everything I need, but first, I need 3 more fans. And these are all just like spare fans. I have them in the closet. Let's go check it out. There we go. Ooh, actually, that reminds me, I completely forgot about this, but this is Zeus. Remember my old server, Zeus? Well, somebody on Patreon actually sent me an SSD back in the day, a long time ago, and he has a board just like this, and it died. And I told him I would mail this out. So I need to put this somewhere where I will not forget it. I don't know where. Where do you put it? Oh, I'll put it with the rest of the server parts. Oh, yeah, no, good. Okay, probably still works. I need to send that to him, hopefully by tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, so these are the stockpile of fans that I have. Realistically, I need fans that are PWM controlled, which means they have 4 wires. And this is probably gonna take a while because most of these do not have 4 wires. Okay, I was looking for 4 of these. I only found 2. I did, however, find 420. So I wanted 2 140s. I found, God, these things are old. Look at these things. Jeez. You know what? Still has 4 wires, so probably still work. And honestly, I was already doing something here. I don't know what I was doing, but the wire's already cut. I'm sure it still works. Did I mention all these are like super old, just leftover fans that I've collected over the years? Key thing I'm looking for here is moving power, right? That's 0.225 amps, whereas these right here are 0.6 amps. This right here is 0.35 amps. And this one right here is 0.42 amps. So ideally, the higher amperage, the better, means more RPMs, means more cooling. So I need better fans. I want 4 of them because reasons. Actually, come to think about it, I really don't have a reason for 4 fans. It's just the size of the attic switch. I haven't even been up there. It's hot as hell. Let's go build something. Let's put them into something. Let's see what I come up with. Like, look at this. Right now it's at 98 degrees, okay? This thing got up today to 140. That was yesterday. Today, to 141 degrees. And right about here, the switch dies. God, this is so dumb, but I love it. Just the touch screen, it's so big. All right, up to the garage, let's go. Ooh, It's hot in here. It's like 100 degrees, I think. Let's just call this my workbench because, well, I don't really have anywhere else to work. So to make this, I need to make like a frame, some sort of a wooden stand type deal. I just happen to have a, I have a, there you go. This should work, probably. Just gotta cut it into size to measure how wide it needs to be. It needs to be at least 244 millimeters. So give or take right there. That looks good. Oh God, can I do it? Woo! No-handed, baby. Okay, now I have 4 pieces of somewhat equally cut pieces of wood. I need to make my frame. Do that. Gonna need a battery. Come on, there we go. Nail gun should probably do it. Come on, there we go. Yeah. El perfecto. Perfect. Yeah, it'd be a whole lot cooler if I had better aim. I have something to attach fans to. And obviously I gotta use like, you know, drywall screws or something. You know, sometimes I doubt how things are gonna turn out, but now it's just coming together. And you guys are not gonna believe how stupid this is gonna be. So, to hold this off the ground, I put the screws elevated. Check that out, right? So then I can set the switch on top of it, just somewhere in that area. It's kind of genius. I'm not gonna lie. The same principle is going to apply to the bottom of this, right? Give a little air gap there, that way the air can get in. But I don't wanna put those in yet because I still actually have to figure out how I'm gonna wire this. Step 1, complete. Now what I have to do is take a 24-volt source. So this is a variable power supply. This is what I use for calibration and testing and stuff like that. So I need to take this, kick it up to 24 volts, and then use a buck converter, which is here somewhere. There she is. A buck converter. This is gonna take my 24 volt and take it down to 12. That means I have to take this and solder some power lines onto it. God, I really need to clean up. That's gonna be my one goal this weekend, to clean. So where are we so far? I'll tell you exactly where we are. While my soldering iron is warming up, I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna do. So this is gonna take the 24 volt, which the power supply that I'm running for the house is 24 volts. So I have to use a buck converter. That's why I have these on hand. I need to use a buck converter to convert anything that's 12 volt down to 24. So this, once you do the in and the out, it's gonna just adjust and you can make it 12 or 13 or anything from like whatever to 24. To make everything smart, however, is a completely different story. That is going to require an ESP32. Oh, it's warm. Okay, perfect. In the end, some things just kind of work out. Probably. Or you fail miserably and all it's for wasted time. All right, so now I have a V in, V out. Now I can do my testing, which I have this and this. This is like a little fan tester thingy that I made. It's just little switches, but one of these are constant power source. So it just takes the plug-in from this and it converts it over to 2 wires. So I'm just going to plug in one side of this. Once that's done, on this other side, this is the out. So on the other side, I'm going to take these little clipper. Oh my gosh, why is this so difficult? I'll take these little clipper thingies and I'm gonna click it onto this, and that is going to let me measure what the voltage is. Just like that. See, rotate it one way. Oh, see, look at that. You just rotate that, and that is going to drop the voltage. Let's go all the way down to 12. With that adjusted, it's pretty cool, right? 12 volt, 11.9. No! 12. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Calm down. Got that plugged into that. That's good. And vada boom. Why Why is that one not working? It's not working because it doesn't work. That means one of my 140 millimeter does not work, and I have to revert to a 3-pin because it's sized for another 140. Did I say all of this was going to be smart? No, I didn't. I just said it was going to be smart. This is 2-pin. See if it works. Not very powerful, but it works. Oh, I hate that I have to go to bed in like an hour. There's no way that's gonna happen. I have so much to do, and it's been so long since I got, okay. I got the new fan installed. It's not very fast, it's very old, but it should work. That's fine, 3 out of 4, not too bad. Now I've been working off the base assumption that I can go online, I can find an ESP32 thing and just plug it in. I guess I should explain what that is. This is an ESP32. It's a little miniature controller thingy, right? It's got pins on it. You can like assign things like PWM. You're pushing me, dog. What's up? So apparently the possibilities are endless with this because you can just assign pins to different things. I'm going to use this hopefully to read, at least bare minimum, read the RPMs. That way if those fans go offline, I'll know. Really what I want to do though is I want to be able to control the fan curve. Like I actually want to be able to change the RPM, which is the whole reason that I'm having the 4-pin, because I want to make sure that it stays alive. What? You might be asking yourself, why am I doing the whole 24 to 12 volt thing? That seems weird, especially because this, I'm going to be running this off of just a standard USB 5 volt. Seriously. I'm gonna be running this off just a standard USB 5 volt adapter because I have a ton of those wall warts. I don't wanna waste. You feel better? You feel better? You feel better? Yeah? Oh, you can't make it away. Oh. Now I can waste another buck converter, go from 24 down to 5 volt, which is what this takes, but I don't wanna do that because I only have a few of these buck converters and I have 1,000 wall warts that will give me 5 volts. So using the 24 to 12 actually gets me the extra amperage, which I have found out through just trial and error that if you take a 12 volt adapter and you run like actually like 3 to 4 fans, 2 to 4 fans, give or take, if you don't have a really good adapter, the thing just overheats and burns out. It doesn't last very long. It's the constant amperage draw without any kind of cooling. Those little wall warts that just do the 12 volt adapting, they just fell. So if I'm taking all of that and I'm moving it to the power supply down here, I can draw more amperage over time and it's going to be more reliable. So that is why I'm converting from 24 to 12. So I have a more reliable, steady power source that allows me to supply more amperage consistently, if that makes sense. Now, because I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do this, I'm going to take a few moments and I'm going to figure that out. All right. Well, this should work, maybe. So I've marked the pins that I've assigned, which is really just copy and paste. So I found with the, LEDC is what it's called when you have an ESP32. So I found this thing. So according to the internet, I just copied and pasted that. And then if you go up here, I found this code. I don't actually know if this works. So I'm gonna have to install it and kind of do it live. And then I have the pulse counters. So this is another feature. Wait, 13, 12, 14. Okay, so these are the pins to the board, and I think I've copied and pasted everything correctly. So now I'm going to go ahead and save this. I have it turned on right down here. I'm gonna save this, send it over to the board, and then go plug everything in, and then, you know, cross my fingers that everything should work. So the idea here is that I have an RPM and I have a PWM. The RPM is going to tell me how fast the fan is spinning, and the PWM is going to command the fan to spin faster. Hopefully, if all goes well. Let's compile and upload. And install. Let's see, let's do this wirelessly. It should work. Maybe. Or it's gonna get stuck at 1%. Huh, error sending data. This went a lot smoother in my head, I'm just saying. Ding, fries are done. Okay, so I'm calling this Fanhub, because I'm me. I'm calling this Fanhub. It's sending the sensors, speed 1, 2, and 3. Obviously it's not pulling any data, but yeah, it'll tell me the Wi-Fi signal strength, copy and paste. It'll tell me how long it's been up, and it should, hopefully, give me 3 different readings. All right, let's go plug it in. Oh, sometimes I really regret just like not thinking things through, but you know. So I'm just shoving them all on like one hole. I figure plug them all in, make sure they power up, and then, God, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just YOLOing the crap out of this. And plug this in as a power source. There we go. Kind of loud. I might have to turn down the buck converter just a little bit. Maybe that one doesn't have to be that loud. I don't know. So now I'm gonna hook up this, and I lined it up to where it's like, it's all real close to each other. I have R's and P's, so RPMs first. The first 3 are RPMs, and then the last 3 are PWMs. Remember, if it looks dumb, but it works, is it still dumb? Check it out. This is what I got so far. I plugged things in. I have, yeah. I'm not even gonna run through it again because I think I have it right, but you got the RPMs, the PWM, you get it. The only other thing that I added to it is that because if you want to be able to sense stuff, you need some sort of a negative connection. So I added an extra negative into that, and I'm going to connect it to that, which is going to go to that. And then hypothetically speaking, it should backbone it to the negative. So, you know, assuming it doesn't fry that board with the 12 volt, it should allow it to sense and make the positive connection, the pulsating reading. I'm actually just taking a shot in the dark because realistically, if I want to do this right, I would have to have the same negative, like go from the 24 to the 12 and then another 12 to 5 or whatever. This is getting complicated. I'm starting to doubt the outcome. But hey, let's go find a power supply and see if this works. Let's see if I have some power supplies. Oh, look. Plenty of power supplies. Look at that. See? Perfect. Okay, I gotta load up Home Assistant. Actually, no, I take that back. I need to plug this fan in. So this is running off 5 volt, this is running off 12 volt. Like I said, the negative is shared, but the positive is different because I lost it. Where'd it go? So check this out. So Fanhub Speed1, Speed2, Speed3, right? It's registering as 0, but up here, we have Fanhub Fan1, Fan2, Fan3. So if I pan out it right quick, look at that. I turn that on. Come on, look at that, 1600 RPMs. Turn that one on. It goes from 1000 to 2900 RPMs. Turn that one on. It goes from 700 to 1400 RPMs. Nice. Now, if I pull this up, it's got the Fanhub test. You can turn that down to like 33%. 15, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. And then I go to here, do that, goes from 29. Come on, come on. Yes! Okay. And then the first one, come on. 19, can I get a 12? Come on. Oh, way better. Nice. Holy crap. That just worked. Yes! Now it tells me the uptime. I actually was testing the ESPHome and I had a PIR sensor, a humidity, thermostat. I had some others. I had a bunch of stuff I was testing on this, but now I want to hook up the thermometer, right? I mean, why not? This is a little thermometer, thermostat, whatever you want to call it. This will give me the temperature and humidity reading off of, where'd it go? That. Now I've actually done this part before, but I gotta go assign like a thermometer reading sensor thingy. That should be easy though. DHT, GPIO 15, temperature, humidity, 10 seconds. Just like that, I have the uptime, the humidity, the temperature, the Fanhub controls, and the RPMs. I would call this a success. However, it is midnight and I should be in bed right now. I'm starting to think he may not have anything to do with it because I still have cameras that are down and it's since 11:18. It's not hot up there right now. So let's recap. I bet none of you saw this coming. In order to complete my original goal, I'd have to go up into the attic, finish wiring everything because I only ran it up there as a placeholder. So I'd have to finish wiring that over to where the switch is. And then I have to finish wiring and pulling it through the ceiling floor over to the 24 volt power supply, connect everything up, solder all of these wires, makeshift this into some sort of a thing that I can take up to the attic and then plug it all in and then hope everything works fine still. And it's already past my bedtime. So guess what? That ain't gonna happen. At the end of the day, I have figured out how to make all of these fans PWM. I'm gonna search around. I'm pretty sure I have another 140 that I can hook up to this. So I can make all of these PWM, at least 3 of them right now. If I can find a 4th, then I will be able to do that. So I can control them with Home Assistant, with ESPHome and an ESP32 device, and I will be able to monitor if any of those fans go down at any time. Also, I will be able to adjust them through Home Assistant based off the temperature. So hypothetically, if this lasts longer than 6 months and we get back into the winter and the attic gets super cold, the fans can ramp down and or turn off because it's like 5 degrees up there. So even though I didn't get everything hooked up, I feel like I accomplished something. Like everything worked really good. Maybe a part 2 if you guys actually want to see it. Let me know down below. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go and get this edited, thrown up for a Friday release. So thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, and have yourself a great day, night, evening.